Shalom Aleichem, everybody. It's Ya'akov, I'm Shepard from King David Tomb, KingDavidKabbalah.com. I'm giving you this class from my house, and I want to tell you about what is happening in Israel, what is happening, a very interesting story about this one older lady that got saved from the massacre that took place in the 13 days ago. Few interesting points, an insight also in the spiritual level, also a little bit political insight of what's going on. So maybe let's start with the story. The story I heard today, I don't remember the name of the lady, but an older lady that she heard the siren, and she got a little scared. She had like there's something in Israel they call mamad, which is like a bomb shelter, but it's not a complete bomb shelter, but it's like a private safe zone that's supposed to be in every house. So she went to her mamad, and there was like many miracles. The way she explains it, like all the way through, she had like many miracles. One of the miracles was that 3 months before that, or sometime before that, there was something that she had to go into that room, and she told her daughter that this room maybe can help if there's bombs, but if somebody gets into the house, it won't help her because they can open the door from outside. So 3 months before that, they fixed the room that she can lock the door from inside, that no one can go in. So that was like first miracle. Another miracle is that in the last second, when she was already on her way to the room, she grabbed a water bottle, 2-liter water bottle that was what she had to drink. For 2 days, she was hiding in that room for like 48 hours almost. And she had one of her children, one of her son, is Baal Tshuva. He became too religious, and he told her about his Chabad. So he gave her chitat, like Chumash Tehillim Tanya, and that she had it in the room there, the bomb shelter. And he told her about Hashem and how important it is to strengthen your faith in Hashem and say thank you, Hashem, and to appreciate the miracles that Hashem does to you. So she locked herself in the room there, and she started to say thank you, Hashem, for helping me to be here in this safe zone. And she hears like a war outside. She hears like people shooting and screaming and this and that, and she's locked in the room, and she all the time she's saying thank you, Hashem, for helping me, thank you, Hashem, for protecting me. I'm protected. I know that you're protecting me. And all the time she was saying that, and they were trying to open the door. The terrorists were in her house. There was like 12 terrorists that were like sitting in her house, and they made her house to be like a the place where they were like fighting from. So there was like many terrorists there for a long time until the army took over, Baruch Hashem. But all the time they were trying to open the door, and they couldn't, and they were using even explosive on the door, and Hashem made a miracle that it stand and it didn't break, and she was able to survive it. And eventually she understood that there is like outside it's quiet, and in her house there's a big mess, all the shooting and stuff. So she opened the window. She saw everything outside was like, nothing like she knows. Everything was like destruction and burned. The house of the neighbors was all burned and bombed, and crazy story. But she like somehow managed to climb on the window went out of the window, and they didn't see her because they were in the front and that was in the back, and she was able to get to the gate of the settlement where she was, and she met the soldiers that took her. But that's one story that I heard today. That the point that the reason I'm saying the story is that we see once again in this story that as much as we are strengthening our faith in Hashem, Hashem is revealing to us His special connection with us, is the special relationship that we have with us, that He have with us, we have with Him. And part of that is the protection, to be protected. And this lady, she was not religious until this point, but that experience somehow turned on her faith system, and she connected so strongly to faith in Hashem. She saw miracles upon miracles upon miracles, and when she's giving this interview, she's saying all the time, thank you Hashem for doing these miracles to me, to help me to that I'm protected, and so on. And this is something that we have to strengthen ourselves, to know each one in the struggles that we have in our life. In that level that you are strengthening your faith, this is the level of miracles that Hashem will show you. Now, another miracle that I want to tell you about, that most of the people, they see that attack of those terrorists as something negative that happened, something negative that took place. But my view of that is that was all mercy of Hashem. Why do I say that? Because few different things. But one of the things is that we know for a fact, the whole world knows it, that Iran wanted to destroy Israel. And they were planning to destroy Israel. And they gave money and they supported the Hamas from the south and the Hezbollah from the north. And they told them, wait, and then we'll attack all together. The fact that the Hamas didn't wait, and they went ahead and used all of the strength that they had without the collaboration with the other parties that were supposed to attack Israel at the same time, that itself is a miracle. We cannot have any idea what, God forbid, could have happened if it was the way that Iran planned it, that they will all attack together in the same time, from the north, from the south, from the sea, from the air, who knows, right? So it was only Hamas, and they were planning to do much more than what they did. They were planning to capture 22 settlements and to have all of the people there or killed or hostages. And the amount that they killed is terrible, but it's much, much less than what they were planning. Much, much less than what it could have been. And the same thing about the captives. So, for those people that lost their life, there is a concept that, I don't know if you heard about it, that is Met al Kiddush Hashem, that he gave his life to sanctify Hashem's name. And we know that the Gemara is telling us that very, very interesting story. There was a time with the Roman Empire, I believe, that I think the daughter of the emperor or the governor died, and they were blaming the Jews as usual. And this governor said that if the Jews will not give the one that did it, he will kill them all. And so there was two brothers, Paphos and Julianus, that they decided, even though they didn't do it, obviously, but they said, we will say that we did it, we'll admit, as if we did it, that the rest of the people will be saved. So they gave their life to save Am Yisrael. And the Gemara says that those people, they got to such a high level that the Gemara is putting them together with Rabbi Akiva. Not 100% clear, but it seems that that's what the Gemara wanted to teach us, that when someone is giving his life to sanctify Hashem's name, to protect Am Yisrael, is getting to the highest levels of the highest righteous Torah scholars. And so we don't know, each one of us, how we're going to die. We're all going to die sometime, somehow. The question is, how significant would be our life and our death? So to be able to get to such a high level in someone's life, it's not something that we can really do. We cannot choose to be like Rabbi Akiva. We cannot choose also to give our life to sanctify Hashem's name. But some people, they have this opportunity. Those people, they had this opportunity. And the fact that Hashem chose them, that's amazing. So we look at it as something terrible, terrifying, because we look on the physical manifestation of that, the physical appearance of that. We look on the physical body that we see that there's no life there. But life goes on, not only in the physical, the life goes on in the spiritual sense. And the life of those souls not only goes on, it goes to the highest levels. So to be in that position, that's a good position to be. In the spiritual sense, that's a very good position to be. And I want you to look on what's happening in those eyes and to understand that the world is not what we are accustomed to see. The world is not the physical appearance that we are accustomed to see. The world is a combination of multi-level existence that Hashem created the world with. The whole process of the creation, according to the Kabbalah, is the manifestation of the highest spiritual levels that comes down and slowly manifests to be the physical world as we know it. But when we understand that the physical existence is only the external shell, and within that there's so many levels upon levels of spirituality, and Hashem is there within that, within all of that complex, and as much as we go deeper and higher, we are getting closer to Hashem, which is the essence of the whole creation. So I want to say a few advices. Many people asking me like what to pray about, what is the best prayer to say right now for the situation. So one thing is, I said it before, I'm saying it again, Pitum Aktoret. Okay? Pitum Aktoret is a big segula for spiritual protection and to elevate the sparks that needs to be elevated, which saves a lot of trouble for in the personal level and in the plural level for the Am Yisrael, for the world. But the main focus, the main prayer should be that Hashem will reveal His kingdom upon us with mercy and compassion. That Hashem will reveal His kindness to us. That Hashem will reveal His love to us. And we need to pray for ourselves to have the strength in ourselves and others, that we will be able to receive the love of Hashem, that we will be able to hold the blessings of Hashem. That Hashem will give us the strength to go through whatever it is that we need to go through, that finally, eventually, we'll have the privilege to see the redemption, to see the revelation of the kingdom of Hashem. So I hope that gives you the strength for this week, and not only for this week, for the whole life. B'ezrat Hashem. Take those words, memorize them, use them, pray to Hashem, pray for yourself, pray for other people, all the people around you, the whole world, B'ezrat Hashem, that we will all have the strength to unite together, to serve Hashem properly, and to have the joy of the redemption, B'ezrat Hashem, soon. Thank you very much for listening. Barcha v'atzlacha. Shabbat shalom u'v'orach.